Welcome to Books Under Your Bed. I'm Wesley McCraw. Today I'm reviewing The Sluts by Dennis Cooper. There's another booktuber on YouTube called Criminelli, and I was watching one of his videos about reviewing the things that he's been reading, and in that video he mentioned The Sluts, and so I thought I might as well try one of the books he's reading. I read it and finished it, and then he released another video that was just a dedicated review to The Sluts, and he said that it was probably the most disturbing book he'd ever read. Criminelli focuses on crime, horror, disturbing books, pulp. So he's gone out of his way to read as many disturbing books as he can. He has his viewers, give him suggestions on the most disturbing books that they had read. That was probably how he found out about The Sluts. If I had known that it was the most disturbing book that he had read, out of all of the disturbing books he's read for his channel, I might have had second thoughts about reading it, but I felt pretty confident because I'd read Exquisite Corpse and I really liked that, and it covers a lot of the same kind of content, including like snuff type things, with sex and murder. And this is on another level. It's super disturbing. It is about a review website for escorts, for male escorts, and you're reading the reviews, at least it starts out that way, of a particular escort. And you're sort of like sorting through the responses and the posts to figure out what is real and what is fake. I think the very interesting thing that happens when the book does this is that it sort of short circuits like your suspension of disbelief. A normal horror novel, you're looking for things that ring false, even though like you have the normal suspension of disbelief that goes into reading a book. But if the book ever sort of gets too intense or threatens you, you can always kind of fall back on it's just a book, and here is the evidence of that. In this book, something different happens because you're reading all of these posts, and almost all of them, or all of them, are unreliable. So you're like parsing through them to find the truth. So instead of looking for what's false, you're looking for what's true. So you're sort of hoping and investing and finding the post that feels the most authentic so that you can believe in it, instead of trying to find the thing that you can't believe, because almost everything in the book you feel like you can't believe. This makes it so that you're like hoping for the worst. It gets into your head because it feels like you're an internet detective discovering the worst crime as you delve into a dark corner of the internet. And another level that makes it even more disturbing is that you know deep down that it's depicting a part of the internet that you are almost 100% positive exists. This just happens to be a fictional version of it. I highly recommend it just because it, besides being very effective, it illuminates a part of the human psyche and our urge for like uncovering the morbid, internet detectives who like to solve things on the internet and not in the real world, and like the anonymous aspect of posting online and like how that can bring out the worst parts of humanity. All of that gives the novel depth that I found pretty amazing, despite the fact that it was some of the most horrific stuff I've read, in a way that was like sort of torture to my mental health. But if you can handle that type of thing, then I definitely recommend reading The Sluts. I I will definitely be looking into other things that Dennis Cooper has written, because this was written 20 years ago, and it's more relevant now than it has ever been. Thanks for listening to my review ramble about The Sluts. Uh, I don't necessarily always enjoy extreme horror just because it's always kind of feels like it's just trying to gross you out or be sensational. They can be kind of relentless and feel pointless. This book does not feel pointless, even uh, no matter how graphic and intense or insane it gets. Uh, it always feels like that's a key point in being able to explore the topic and get across the message of the book. Thanks for listening. I will be back with more book reviews soon. Thanks.